In this video, we'll be taking a look at 3 NBA games happening on November 27, 2024, and providing you with free team picks and total picks for each one of those games, so 6 picks in total. Welcome back to Cash Out Sports. Let's dive right into it. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe and to click the bell icon to get notified as soon as these videos get released, so that you have more time to plan out your bets as we provide these videos on a daily basis. I can guarantee that you'll have all the important information that you'll need on these 3 NBA games after fully watching this video. One more thing before we start: if you would like to gain access to our best exclusive sports picks to take your journey to the next level, then check out our Patreon in the link down below, where we offer our best single picks, parlay picks, and much more. Now let's get started. Sacramento Kings versus Minnesota Timberwolves. The Sacramento Kings, with a record of 8-10, will face off against the Minnesota Timberwolves, who currently sit at 8-9, in an exciting Western Conference matchup. The Kings are entering this game on a 4-game losing streak, having suffered a lopsided defeat at the hands of the Oklahoma City Thunder in their previous home game. At the moment, Sacramento is positioned in 12th place in the Western Conference standings, struggling to find consistent success. Meanwhile, the Timberwolves are also on a losing streak of their own, having dropped 3 straight games, including a tough overtime loss to the Houston Rockets. Minnesota, despite their recent setbacks, finds themselves in 11th place in the West, just 1 spot ahead of the Kings. Both teams are in urgent need of a victory, as neither has a winning record at the moment. With both teams sitting below the .500 mark, this game has significant implications for their playoff hopes. The Kings and Timberwolves have already squared off twice earlier this season, with Minnesota emerging victorious in both matchups. In each of those games, the individual performances of star players like Anthony Edwards and De'Aaron Fox have been a major point of focus, and fans can expect another high-level performance from these 2 dynamic players in this contest. Minnesota has been successful in covering the spread in both of the previous encounters, and there's a strong expectation that they will do so once again on Wednesday night. Sacramento, on the other hand, has been dealing with various injuries, which have affected their team chemistry and depth. One notable absence is DeMar DeRozan, who will be sitting out this game. The Kings have notably struggled without their second leading scorer, and his absence will likely impact their offensive flow. Meanwhile, Minnesota has found success at home this season, and their role players have consistently stepped up in front of the home crowd, giving the Timberwolves a distinct advantage in this matchup. The Kings have relied heavily on their 3-point shooting as a central part of their offensive strategy, but they have been struggling in both shooting the ball and defending the 3-point line. Sacramento's struggles on defense, particularly in defending the 3-point shot, have been well documented, as their 3-point defense ranks among the worst in the league. This plays directly into Minnesota's strength, as the Timberwolves rank 5th in the NBA for 3-point attempts per game and 8th in 3-point shooting percentage. In their previous encounters with the Kings, the Timberwolves averaged a staggering 49.5 3-point attempts per game, and they were successful with 40.4% of those attempts. Now, with the series moving to Minnesota for the first time this season, where the Timberwolves have been playing much stronger basketball, it's expected that they will have another sharp shooting performance. Rebounding and turnover statistics for these 2 teams have been relatively even, so the Minnesota Timberwolves to win and cover the spread as favorites is our full game side pick. In terms of total points, both previous games between the Kings and Timberwolves have gone over the projected total. The Timberwolves have consistently attempted close to 50 3-pointers in each matchup, taking full advantage of Sacramento's defensive struggles on the perimeter. On the other hand, Sacramento has made a concerted effort to attack the paint, outscoring the Timberwolves in points in the paint in both games. The Kings have also been getting to the free throw line at a high rate, contributing to the offensive fireworks in these games. When these 2 teams meet, there is no shortage of offensive action, with both teams' star players putting up impressive numbers and contributing significantly to the scoring. Anthony Edwards is currently averaging 34 points per game in his matchups against the Kings, while De'Aaron Fox has been even more prolific, averaging 37.5 points per game. Given the high-scoring nature of this series, over the projected total is our full game total pick. Los Angeles Lakers versus San Antonio Spurs. The Los Angeles Lakers are set to travel to the Frost Bank Center this Wednesday evening to face off against the San Antonio Spurs in what promises to be an exciting early season NBA matchup. With a 10-6 record, the Lakers currently sit in 4th place in the Western Conference. However, they are entering this game on a 2-game losing streak, most recently suffering a 127-102 defeat at home to the Denver Nuggets on Saturday. On the other hand, the Spurs are performing well, holding a 9-8 record, which places them in 10th in the Western Conference standings. The Spurs are riding a 3-game winning streak, most recently securing a 104-94 home victory against the Golden State Warriors on Saturday. This game marks the second of 4 scheduled matchups between these two teams this season. The first encounter took place on November 15th, when the Lakers emerged victorious with a 120-115 win on the road. As both teams gear up for this contest, they continue to deal with some key injuries. The Lakers remain without forward Jared Vanderbilt, while the Spurs are still missing 2 important players in Devin Vassell and Jeremy Sochan. When it comes to offensive output in the past 5 games, the Lakers have been averaging 114 points per game, while the Spurs have posted a slightly lower average of 110 points per game. A key indicator of a team's offensive efficiency is its assist-to-turnover ratio, and in this area, the Lakers have the edge. Los Angeles ranks 5th in the league with an impressive 2.11 assist-to-turnover ratio, while San Antonio is ranked 14th with a 1.81 ratio. This disparity in offensive control could play a significant role in determining the outcome of the game. While the Spurs have been on a hot streak with 4 consecutive wins, they will undoubtedly be motivated to keep their momentum going as they prepare to face the Lakers. San Antonio will be eager for this matchup, knowing that a win over the Lakers would add another big notch to their belt. Meanwhile, the Lakers have been somewhat inconsistent over the past couple of weeks, struggling either with losses or playing too close to the competition. Despite their recent challenges, Los Angeles is the more experienced team and carries high expectations for the season. If the Lakers are to remain competitive in the Western Conference standings, they must capitalize on opportunities like this one, making this game a crucial moment in their early season. With Anthony Davis expected to be in the lineup for the Lakers, the team is favored to win this game and cover the spread. Given Davis' presence and the Lakers' overall talent, the Los Angeles Lakers to win and cover the spread as favorites is our full game side pick. In terms of shooting efficiency, the true shooting percentage metric offers a more comprehensive view of a team's overall scoring performance, accounting for field goals, three-pointers, and free throws. Both the Lakers and Spurs have been performing well in this area. Los Angeles is ranked 5th in the NBA with a strong true shooting percentage of 59.4%, while San Antonio ranks 15th with a slightly lower 57.6% true shooting percentage. However, both teams have shown vulnerabilities on the defensive end, particularly when it comes to securing rebounds and limiting second-chance opportunities. The Lakers allow an average of 11.3 offensive rebounds per game, ranking 18th in the league, while the Spurs are even worse, ranking 24th with 11.7 offensive rebounds allowed per game. This weakness in their respective defenses could lead to another high-scoring affair, which is reflected in the combined total of 235 points in their previous encounter. Based on this, over the projected total is our full game total pick. Brooklyn Nets versus Phoenix Suns. The Brooklyn Nets, currently ranked 8th in the Eastern Conference, will square off against the Phoenix Suns, who sit in 7th place in the Western Conference, on November 27th at the Footprint Center. This matchup marks the first of 2 games between the two teams, with the next game not scheduled until January 22nd in Brooklyn. The teams will look to gain an early advantage in their season series, knowing that their next encounter is several weeks away. For this game, the Nets will once again be without key players, including Cam Thomas, Dorian Finney-Smith, and Noah Clowney. Meanwhile, the Suns will still be without Colin Gillespie. These absences could have an impact on the dynamics of both teams as they continue to work with limited rosters. On the offensive side of the ball, the two teams have been fairly similar in recent games. The Nets have been averaging 112.5 points per game in their last 4 outings, while the Suns are scoring slightly more, averaging 113 points in their last 3 games. One of the key areas where the teams differ, however, is in their ability to shoot from beyond the arc. Brooklyn has been incredibly effective from the three-point line this season, ranking 4th in the league with a team three-point percentage of 38.6%. In contrast, Phoenix is closer to the middle of the pack, ranking 15th with a 36.6% three-point shooting percentage. When it comes to picking a winner, the Suns are the favorites, but there are factors that could make this game more competitive. Phoenix is coming off a back-to-back game, and they've recently brought back key players like Kevin Durant and Bradley Beal, both of whom are returning from injury. This raises the question of how many minutes these star players will log in this game, as they may still be getting into their rhythm after their return. Despite this, the Nets have been impressive against the spread this season, with a 12-5-1 record, making them one of the most reliable teams for NBA bettors. Given Brooklyn's consistent performance against the spread, it's hard to overlook them as underdogs in this matchup. As long as the tickets keep cashing, it's difficult to bet against the Nets on the spread, especially when they've shown a strong ability to perform in these situations. So the Brooklyn Nets to cover the spread as underdogs is our full game side pick. On the defensive side of the ball, both teams have been allowing more points recently. The Nets have given up an average of 113 points per game over their last 5 games, while the Suns have been even more generous, allowing 122 points in their last 3 contests. Both teams have been productive offensively at the start of the season. Brooklyn ranks 8th in the league with an offensive rating of 115, while Phoenix is close behind in 14th place with an offensive rating of 112.6. However, both teams have also struggled on the defensive end. As previously mentioned, the Nets have been allowing a high number of points, and the Suns haven't been much better, yielding 117 points per 100 possessions, which ranks them 23rd in the league. Neither team prefers to play at a high pace, but both rely heavily on three-point shooting to generate offense. In fact, Brooklyn plays at the slowest pace in the league, averaging only 96.1 possessions per 48 minutes. Despite their slower tempo, the Nets rank 3rd in the NBA in three-point rate, attempting 48.5% of their shots from beyond the arc. The Suns are not far behind, ranking 5th in three-point rate with 47.4% of their shots coming from long range. However, both teams have had trouble defending the three-point line so far this season. The Nets allow an average of 13.2 three-pointers per game on a 37.0% shooting percentage. Similarly, the Suns give up 13.6 threes per game on a 37.7% shooting clip. Given the high volume of three-point attempts and the struggles both teams have had in defending the perimeter, it's likely that this game will feature a significant number of long-range shots, making over the projected total as our full game total pick. That's all for now, so if you have any other games you would like reviewed, then leave a comment down below with the game you would like analyzed. Subscribe to our channel, leave a like on this video, and we'll get to it as soon as we possibly can. We would also love to hear your opinion on the picks presented to you in this video, whether you agree or disagree with them, so leave a comment down below and do let us know.